Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily UPSC MCQ series Mission 2020. We are taking here 4th of July. It is current affair based important question. Context is there in the static question also, and important issues of the derived questions and the explanation of related bodies and all, their particular setup, their organizational structure. All these things are extremely important in the UPSC. We are taking them, and let's start the lesson. And 5 to 10 questions we are discussing on a daily basis with all the details, and these are the important courses by StudyIQ. Top faculties are making that, and below the video all the links are given there, and the pocket news, that particular app of StudyIQ, that is also launched, and that is trending on the top list on Google Play. So go and search for pocket news StudyIQ and you will find that. And these are the numbers there you can call, and you can ask for these pendrive courses, and this is the website's address, and PDF you will get here on this Facebook group. You can send me a request, and on the Instagram also you can follow me. This is the page which is telling you about the link for Telegram channel of my Telegram channel, and for the StudyIQ's Telegram channel you all know about that. So on all these places you will find the PDF. Question is regarding SECI. SECI is only central public sector undertaking dedicated to the solar energy sector. You see, specific sector, many aspirations, many potentials, and a lot of responsibilities there. So it's a dedicated CPSU, as we all know, and it is the only CPSU in this sector. When this national solar mission that came, and many things are changed in that program also, because when this NDA government came, when they upgraded many of these things, and they upgraded the goals also, and we have bigger targets now in the solar energy, like 100 gigawatt we have the goal for 2022. So many things are there, and a huge responsibility is there on SECI's shoulders. Now Delhi Police as an organization, they have signed a pact with SECI for all these rooftop solar panel systems on all these police stations of Delhi. So they will be covered by these panels, and SECI is gonna play an important role here, and it is under Union Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, as it is all correct, and both are options which are right statements. So C, both would be the answer. Delhi Police goes green, signs pact to implement rooftop solar energy systems. Regarding this rooftop scheme, question has been asked. They even asked the question regarding the net metering issue, where on the rooftop the solar panels will be installed in all the country. Subsidies will be given. If anybody wants to install them, then that particular scheme is extremely important, but it's a different one, and the work is same related to the solar panels, but the net metering issue is a different one. That's a systematic way, and here they are signing a pact. So SECI, a PSU under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. That's the case. Next question: multilateral convention to implement a tax treaty related measures to prevent base erosion and profit shifting. You see, BEPS, there was a BEPS project also by G20 and OECD. So this statement is actually correct. We have signed a tax treaty, and it is called MCI mainly, and it is related to this BEPS issue, base erosion and profit shifting. What is this particular phenomena? You see, MNCs are there. They have their headquarters in their respective countries, but they have their offices in some other countries also. And if we talk about the G20 group or the OECD group, then mainly these developing or the developed countries are there in these groups. So they have a lot of offices and their networks in various countries. So they would have to pay taxes also in these countries, because all countries have their specific tax laws. So it is the issue of tax laws and all. So what these companies will do, they cannot pay taxes in all these places, in all these countries. Otherwise, what they are going to earn there, because the central authority or the control of these MNCs would be there in one country, and they all would be at the part of it, but the earning would be going to at one place. So they cannot pay taxes on all these countries and all these places. So they would do this agreement, and this DTA, you must have heard about the double taxation agreement. So that is the same issue, that no MNC would be paying double taxes. So just to save the particular tax there, they would pay tax in a country where the taxes are low. So some are tax havens where you do not pay taxes on certain businesses and all. So these smart companies, what they are going to do, they will shift their headquarters in those countries where these are tax havens, And this way what they are doing, they are actually not doing any kind of illegal activity, but they are taking advantage of the tax laws loopholes. So this is the way of tax avoiding. Okay. Another phenomena is that tax evasion, that is a illegal phenomena. You see, illegal this thing is, and tax avoidance is not illegal. It is not illegal. Okay, so that's the case, but it should not be there, because countries, they lose a lot of tax amount because of this tax avoidance thing. So it's a kind of a advantage that these companies are taking. So this is the issue of base erosion and profit shifting. That means they are shifting their profits, and they are eroding some countries' tax powers there and their tax collections. So that is the case, and BEPS is related with the issue of tax avoidance, not the evasion. So this second statement is wrong and first is correct. India has signed that recently, and only one is the correct option here. MLI, the multilateral convention to implement tax treaty related measures. You see, we are also a part of G20 group, but we are not a part of OECD group. But you see, in future, many companies will be there, they will be evolving, and they will be paying taxes. So maybe we would become the victim of this particular issue. In past also, we were actually getting these kind of challenges where big companies were involved, many offices were there, and they did not want to pay taxes in India because they were paying somewhere else. So this way, India was at loss. So this is why India is signing this particular agreement, and on 25th of June also, India deposited to OECD an instrument of ratification along with India's final position in terms of reservations and covered tax agreement, CTAs. So they may ask you about CTAs, and they may ask you about this MLI. So these phrases and these phenomena are extremely important for UPSC, because it is the issue of taxes, the most important issue. Okay. Next, the issue, this is all given here. This BEPS project is by G20 and OECD both. Okay, OECD G20 BEPS project we call it, and you can read all these things in the details. In the PDF you will get all these things. Next, UNRWA, United Nations particular specific agency. It's a working agency, and it is regarding the Palestinian group, the Palestinian refugees which are actually there. You see, for the refugees, the most important body is the UNHRC. So it's a body which is taking care about the rights and all these issues regarding the refugees all over the world. But some areas are specific, and I have shown you the map of Israel many a times. You see, Israel is there, and West Bank is this area in Israel, and there these Palestinians are living. So around the area of Jerusalem, East Jerusalem is the area where Palestinian refugees are living there, and this should be the map here, and this is Gaza Strip here, Gaza Strip in Israel only. So there these Hamas groups and all, they are active, very much active, but Palestinian refugees are living here also, and Palestinian refugees are living in Syria, Palestinian refugees are living in Lebanon. So in all these areas, this authority UNRWA is taking care about the rights of these Palestinian refugees. Why this is important, and what is the present context here? India is actually increasing its annual assistance which it gives to Palestinian refugee authorities, and India used to give $1.25 million annually. Now we have raised it 4 times, and it would be $5 million annually. And you see how this is a balancing factor, because recently we voted in favor of Israel on the international platform. So this is how we are balancing here. Otherwise it would be totally a biased manner of India, which was not there in the earlier times. So we remain neutral regarding the case of Palestine and Israel. We supported both, but this year we were towards Israel more. So now to the Palestinian Refugee Agency, we are in a way indirectly balancing this thing. We are sending this message that we have raised this annual assistance program, and we are also training many Palestinian officials and all in our ITEC program. So that is a technological extension program, and this contribution we have not stopped. We have actually raised this contribution. So second statement is wrong, and first statement is also wrong. Why? Because in these areas, UNRWA is taking care of the Palestinian refugees, but in all other parts of the world, if Palestinian refugees are living, then they will be coming under UNHCR. So that's the case. So UNHCR is for global area, and this UNRWA is specifically for these areas. for these Palestinian refugee cases. So D none is the answer here. And all these details are given here. As I told you, in 1949 this body was created when Israel was created. After that this issue became huge because earlier there was no Israel. There was a area of Palestine only of Arabian Muslims, but they were displaced when Israel was created, and due to the force of America, Israel could establish its power there. And in 1948 Palestinian war was there. In 1967 6-day war happened. Then also many Palestinians lost their places and they became refugees. So for that this body was working, this UNRWA, United Nations Relief and Work Agency for Palestinian refugees in the Near East. Near East means east to Israel, so that's why they call it Near East. So Relief and Work Agency. These are the areas: West Bank, Gaza Strip, East Jerusalem, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria. These countries, there where these refugees are living, and UNRWA is working. Next, National Defense Authorization Act. You see, this is not India's act. This is US's act, and US actually Senate recently passed this act. And what they do with that? They have given the status of NATO-like ally to India. Because NATO allies are strategic partners for America, like Japan, Israel, these countries are there, Australia is there. So these are strategic allies for America, but we are not strategic allies. Remember that. We are close to that particular level. We are very close to America, but we are not the strategic allies, because strategic allies, they have many responsibilities. Like in the case of attack on America, they would have to be with America, and they would fight with America on America's side. So these kind of things we are not bound to. And here America recognizes defense partners in this particular act. So it is not about India. Both are wrong statements. It's a American act. And you see in US Congress, as Parliament is there in India, there is US Congress, and there are different houses, like two houses. Senate is the senior house, and House of Representatives is like Lok Sabha in India. So they both have to pass it. And here the D answer, D none is the answer. Next question is regarding UIDAI. Very important authority, and it has been going on for many years now, and with the notification it was started, but it became a statutory authority. Why? Because the statute was established there. What statute? The law, the particular act of this Aadhaar Targeted Delivery and Services Act, that was passed in 2016, and they passed it with a lot of controversy because they passed it as a money bill. So the act is now there, so it's a statutory authority because of that act. But it is not the aegis of Ministry of Home Affairs. It is the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, MITI. So it is under aegis of MITI Ministry. So this is wrong statement. And next, Aadhaar Seva Kendras, as they have announced that they will be establishing these Aadhaar Seva Kendras in some districts, in areas like 114 is the number, I think, of the districts. Not all the districts of this country, because all districts are more than 600 in number. And Aadhaar Seva Kendras, two are started. One is in Vijayawada and one is in New Delhi. So in New Delhi, near Akshardham Metro, this office is open now, and they will be giving all these services regarding Aadhaar. Like if somebody has lost it, then they will issue the new one. They will update the data inside that. They will update some information regarding some service delivery. Aadhaar would be added to that. So all these updations will be done by Aadhaar Seva Kendra, and they will not replace the existing authorities like banks and post offices. They are authorized to make these changes in the Aadhaar data of people. So these Aadhaar Seva Kendras will be in addition. So banks and post offices, they will continue to do so, but due to a lot of burden on these banks and post offices because of Aadhaar issue, Aadhaar Seva Kendras will be opened, and they will be on the lines of Passport Seva Kendra. So that's the case. So this is also wrong, because it is not for all the districts all over the country. D none is the answer again. This is given here. This was the act. And next question regarding INSTEX. We heard about INSTEX also. Just remember where we heard about INSTEX. You see, it's again a derived question. As I gave you yesterday, the Florianopolis declaration, that was also a derived question. You will not find it directly in the current affairs. INSTEX actually was a particular phenomena regarding the trade with Iran for the European countries, because after these economic sanctions by America, when they pulled out of JCPOA deal, that's the Iran nuclear deal, so many sanctions were imposed on Iran. So in the starting, European countries were saying that these sanctions are not legitimate and America should remove that. because Iran is complying with the rules of Iran nuclear deal, and it is allowing all these authorities of IAEA body. So Iran is not at fault, so it should not be there. But because of these sanctions, they have to derive a new mechanism there for the payments, because many export imports are happening there between these countries like Iran and European countries like UK, Germany and France. So they started INSTEX. This was announced, and it started working in the month of June only. Instrument in support of trade exchanges. It's a special purpose vehicle established in January 19 by E3, France, Germany and UK to facilitate non-dollar trade with Iran amid US unilateral withdrawal from JCPOA. So it's a unilateral sanction from America's side. So America says that no country would deal with Iran in dollar terms. So non-dollar terms are now derived here. But Iran is not satisfied, because many allegations consistently America is putting against Iran. Iran says that European countries are not helping us, and we demanded their help. We asked for that, but not any satisfactory move till now is there. So we will not accept this INSTEX also, and we will enrich our nuclear facilities now. And it has announced regarding that, and in the month of July only, it will raise the limits there, where it will go towards making the nukes. Next, Garuda 6. It's a bilateral air exercise, but between which countries? I give you a hint, it is happening after 5 years. So it's India and France. Okay, last it was 2014 in Rajasthan, Jodhpur, when it was completed, and it's a bilateral air exercise. And you see, many planes are there which are similar, because we have taken it from France only, like Mirage 2000. We have taken it from France. So it will be there from Indian side, and it will be there from France's side also. So both these countries will display their Mirages, and Rafale also will be there from France's side, because till now we have not procured Rafale here. So Rafale will be there on France's contingent, and these will be here from India. C-17 Globemaster, IL-78 refueling aircraft, A-120 Air Warriors, and 4 Sukhoi 30 MKI. Sukhoi and IL-78 we have taken from Soviet Union, Russia, and C-17 from America, and we will be displaying this in this exercise, and it is happening this time in France. Last time it happened in Rajasthan. This time in France, from 1st to 2nd July it is going on. Next, Jal Shakti Abhiyan. You see, recently the Ministry of Water Resources and the Ministry of Drinking Water, these two are merged, and the Ministry of Jal Shakti is announced. So this Abhiyan will go under that, and it will not be Ministry of Drinking or Drinking Water, because this ministry is not working anymore. So this is wrong, and no additional funds are given here. Just important boost ups and simple talks, and they are making statements like, we will be engaging youth here, and we will make it a campaign, huge campaign, advertisement they will do here. You see, what is the bizarre thing? They will do all kinds of advertisements here. They will spend all kinds of money, but no money is given for these water bodies and all, for their upliftment, for their upgradation, for their development. No money is given there. No additional money. Whatever is available in the previous schemes, that would work there only. And it would be from 1st July to 15th September, but only in those areas where southwest monsoon is working, and southwest monsoon doesn't work in Tamil Nadu state. There northeast monsoon is the important monsoon, and that is after October month. So from in that area it will start from October month, and 1st July to 15th September in the rest of the country. So it will not run in this date all over the country. We cannot say that, because Tamil Nadu is not involved here. This is wrong, and this is again wrong. D9 is the answer. Next, these are the aspects which are given regarding this campaign. You can read that. Ascent Abort 2. Today only in the newspaper we discussed about that, and you see many things are being tested these days regarding the manned missions. Recently we discussed about the LESA. What was that? Lunar Evacuation System Assembly. In the case of emergency, if some astronaut is hurt, then LESA would be working there. It's a pyramid-like structure. And this Ascent Abort 2 is by NASA. This LESA was created by European Space Agency, but it will be used by NASA also. And here NASA is doing this experiment of Ascent Abort 2. Successfully they did that, and it is going to save these astronauts in the case of blast or any kind of mishappening when they launch these manned missions. So that's the case. So it's a launch abort system by NASA. B is the answer here. You can see this was the information today, and this would be the capsule there, and in that manned mission would be there. So it's just a testing, and later when in upcoming decade they will be sending manned missions there, then it will be very much crucial, because their lives are very much important, because once it's a blast, then it's very difficult to save the lives. And many great genius minds we have lost till now, including Kalpana Chawla. Kalpana Chawla, she died when this discovery was crashed. Next, northern white rhinos. You see, white rhinos, they have two important categories: southern white rhinos and northern white rhinos. Southern white rhinos are not that much endangered, but northern white rhinos, they are extinct now. Only two females are left. Only two females. And they are under the authority of Czech republics, and they are actually situated right now in Kenya. So in Kenya there is a technological club that they are establishing for this conservation. It is the first this kind of a facility there. It's a conservation area, and the place's name is Alpajeto. So in Alpajeto, these two female rhinos are there. So it is not in Assam. In India, you cannot find northern white rhinos. They are just two in number, and they are functionally extinct. So first statement is correct, second is wrong. Okay, only one is the answer here. And this news also came on Monday in the Hindu, and it is regarding that. Okay, these two are the females which are left. So the biggest problem is that these two are females. So how they are going to give birth to a new cub there? So that is not possible, because these two are females. So that is the case, and we will meet again tomorrow with important questions. Thanks a lot. Keep watching to Amit Sani.